Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Speak the Word. This is Royalty here with you today, reminding you we are chosen, we are anointed, and we must do the will of the Father. So, we're continuing on our lovely topic, identity, the sub theme, Who Am I? But today is very, very special because we are going to be looking at pronouncing a blessing. And I'm thankful for those of you who are joining for the very first time. Please like and subscribe to this channel. If you have any prayer requests, you can put them in the comments below. I will be happy to pray on your behalf. Also, thank you guys for such lovely comments. I appreciate them all. I appreciate all of you. So to recap a bit, we dealt with foundational positioning, establishing authority, and I will call this one man receiving his dominion package, because it was something that was given to him in the beginning. Then we looked at being made in the image of God, so infinitely designed and detailed by God. God pronounced a blessing over the man and the woman. They were the very, very first beneficiaries of the blessing. So it was outlined and entitled what that blessing would look like. They will be fruitful and they will multiply. To be fruitful and to multiply was God's plan for you and I to be here today. Now, it was not only in the conception and the reproduction of humanity department why God only wanted us to be blessed. He wanted us to be blessed in everything that we put our hands to do. Everything and anything that was in our care, God wanted us to be blessed. The blessing that God pronounced over us, it was a formula. Now, scientists have a formula. Science have formulas. Mathematics have formulas. Even our cooking is a formula. We call it recipes, but it's a formula initially. It's a formula. God has a formula, and He provided that formula for us when He decided to bless us. What was that formula? For us to be fruitful and multiply, to fill the earth, and also to have dominion. So that was God's formula in the form of a blessing for us. And we need to understand that God did that from the beginning, and it applies for us in today's world. Not following a formula can end up being chaotic, it can be distasteful, and turn out incorrect. God has a specific formula for man, and that formula was a blessing that He pronounced over man. He wanted us to be fruitful and multiply. He wanted us to have dominion. He wanted us to replenish the earth. He wanted us to be blessed. So we need to follow the formula that God has provided. It still works. It is for us today, and we need to abide by that formula. Not because we don't like the formula, we get to change the formula. We don't add to it. We don't subtract from it. We don't substitute it. It is God's perfect formula, God's blessings He pronounced on man. So we are thankful that God did that for us so that we can really have a blessed life down here on earth. Now, I cannot be a Jane or a Janet or a John. I can only be who God created me to be. You know, there will always be someone better. A better speaker, a better preacher, a better teacher, lawyer, doctor. They will always be better. However, we need to embrace who God has made us to be, the talents He's given us, and not because they do not match up means that we are not going to do anything for God. We are still called to do exactly what God has asked of us. So, Continue to walk in your lane, continue to walk in your destiny, and continue to walk in your calling. There was a man named Jabez. This story is taken from 1 Chronicles chapter 4, reading from verse 9 to 10. Now this story is a personal story to me because I believe it relates to painful situations. And there were times when I leaned into the Jabez prayer and I prayed to God and I saw God came through for me. So Jabez, he was actually born into pain. His situation was very painful. The trajectory of his life needed to change. He needed urgent attention. And guess what? He used the formula. He called upon God. He asked God, first thing that he asked God to do for him, to bless him. And God heard his prayer. But also Jabez was very precise. He asked God to bless him, number one. He asked God to enlarge his course, number two. Number three, he asked God to keep him from evil so that he might not be grieved. So Jabez tapped into that formula. He sought the source from whom all blessings flowed. He connected with God because he was the main source of his blessing. Who are we looking to today for our blessings? God is the one who rewards us when we diligently seek him. So my encouragement to you today is to seek God for the formula. Whatever it is that you need, God has the answer and he will bless you today. Out of curiosity, I looked up this word doxology. Now I knew from a child when we sang it, we were going home. It's a dismissal song. However, when I looked up this word, it meant liturgical formula. I had no idea that this was in connection with what I was speaking about today. So it was quite shocking to me to learn this for the first time. It means a liturgical formula of praise to God. After the doxology is being sung, then the congregation is being dismissed. So we thank God for this formula because it is pronouncing a blessing over the congregation before the congregation departs. So God wants us to always remember that we can pronounce a blessing. We can ask for a blessing because he is the source of all blessings. So guys, I've come to the end of this video. I'm saying goodbye. But guess what? I'll be back speaking about praying the blessing. Remember to speak the word, pray the word, believe the word, live the word. This is Royalty signing out saying have a blessed day.